All right. I'm trying this a second. Trying this a second time. I think I just took a break. That's really all I did. I think I'm feeling better. I think my mind is a little bit better. I was learning a bunch of stuff this morning too, and I think my brain went into information overload. So I'm gonna take a step back and just take a breather for a second. So that's kind of what I did because I just kind of realized, yeah, I don't. I'm still gonna try to stream because I don't know. I think it's helpful for other people maybe, and I think it's helpful for myself to see what I've been doing. And sometimes I get nervous, but I don't think that's what the issue was, but whatever. I thought it might have been that, but I was trying to figure out. I'm like, why am I not thinking correctly? And I think I was just overdoing it, so I took a break. All right, so I'm just going over memory allocation and again, and I was overthinking this little thing that's just a bit mask that goes through like one bit at a time. It looks at this bit, then it looks at that bit, that bit, that bit. You know, it's all it's doing, and it's checking properties. And I don't remember exactly what we're checking for. And that's the thing. I know. So there's some difference between coherent and visible. I think coherent is only the CPU can run whatever you're sending it. So you might send it like some process to run, and only the CPU can run. And I mean GPU can run it. Whereas visible, I think that's the CPU can see it, but there's a difference between the GPU being able to see it and then the CPU, like you being able to see it as well on the CPU. Um, it's a lot faster if you just have something as coherent uh, and you don't have that extra pointer. But at the same time, I think it's just easier. I think because I really don't know. So, but I'm just rewriting down some stuff just so I can try to put this memory into my own memory. That's a weird concept. Allocates memory from the physical device. I am streaming, right? Yeah, I am. Stream is lower than the recommended. Well, I can't really do anything about it. So it is what it is what I'm saying. You know, the calendar app might have something to do with that because it makes a ton of unnecessarily a ton of unnecessary post and get requests checking if because it's polling all the time, so that may have something to do with that. I don't know. All right. And I'm streaming at a high resolution. Okay. Some of this is kind of obvious, but like still doing it, writing it down just so I can remember a little bit. And it's kind of hard because when I think you retain memory easier when I think you retain memory easier um, when you're doing examples, but when you have something like some really big thing you're learning, it's like you can't do as many examples because you got to work through all this stuff first. You got to have all this knowledge first before you even do any examples. And if you do, they're going to be few and far between. not examples like what is the word? Not examples, but like doing things with it. I don't know how to. I think you get what I'm trying to say. Okay, that's the other thing. Can be bound to buffers and images, this allocate memory. And that's what we're using this for, because we're trying to bind it to an image so we can draw our vertex data. VK allocate memory device and alloc info. And then I'll see if I can work on transferring something from Blender to Vulkan. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but it's worth a try. Find buffer memory device. So I got to see the difference between allocating and really nothing. Did I spell it wrong? I might have. Where's it at? There we go. I'm just going to define, I'm just going to write, whoa, it hides the C. Okay, device. VK memory allocate info. P allocate info. Okay, allocate callbacks. We don't use a callback. Device, the logical device that owns the memory. Allocate info is a pointer to a VK memory allocate info structure describing parameters of the information. Use the requested parameters. No substitution is permitted by the memory handle enrich information about the allocated memory is returned. Okay, now let's look at, let's write down VK bind buffer, just in case I didn't write it correctly. Serious? You serious? Nothing. Nothing. I mean, I have an idea of what it does, but that's dumb. Am I spelling it wrong? Whatever. Okay. Okay, yeah. I just want to make sure. There we go. This is what I wanted right here, the parameters. Why? I don't know why I couldn't get that. Your logical device buffer. Device. Okay, buffer. Okay, device memory. Okay, device size, memory offset. Okay, whatever. not that descriptive. Oh, right, like that. Cool. All right. There's just, I feel like there's a gap in my knowledge here, and that's why I keep looking into this part. Like, how exactly is it? Because I have an idea, but I just feel like I'm not understanding as well as I'd like to of how exactly the memory is being mapped and all that. Didn't I'd have to really search through the Vulkan documentation to find this because I couldn't. I mean, I tried to look it up through the search bar, but it was like, yeah, I'm not going to give you that. And I don't know, I could just search the documentation forever to find it, but not really wanting to do that. Wait, host and host. You can talk to it. I already know the answers. Already know. This flag is all about access. If memory is host visible, it means the CPU is physically wired to be able to see. Okay, it's just able to see that memory address. If a memory type does not Okay, I want to. That's the part I want to understand. How does the CPU see the memory address? Like, you have a pointer on your system. Okay, I just want to see how does the CPU see the memory address? Aha, this is what I wanted to know. But hang on, let me write down the rest of that. Is like yeah, okay, whatever. Like your vertices. Yeah, I get this part. I just wanted to know exactly how it's there we go. This is more descriptive. Thank you. When you mark memory as host visible, you are triggering it's the CPU, the GPUs, PC. Your RX. So you're literally mapping. Okay, take a portion of the. So okay, this is the information I wanted, kind of. Okay, yeah, I know that. When VK. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Is that right? This information might not be completely correct. I feel like I'm missing. Here's about. That's all it's gonna say. It's kind of a lame description. Structure describes a number of memory heaps as well as a number of memory types that we can use. So this is all the memory heaps, the properties for all the memory heaps. Then is less than or equal to oh, this is an important thing. So I'm going to kind of write this down because, so I'm going to continue that later. Because this is kind of I found the thing. I just had to read through the documentation a little bit more. What do you know? I don't know if I'm... I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but indicated by that query types. I'm going to do something real quick. Much better on my eyes. Okay. At least one heap must include decay memory heap. I think that's I don't know what this actually means. Does that mean that's a member of the struct? I think that's what that means. Flags is a member of that struct. Oh. He's the head. Oh, okay. They're just flags. So you need at least one local bit, one local member. Okay. Alrighty. I think I'm done with that. I just wanted to go over it. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to get out of this again. Go back to Blender Vulkan. See if it builds the cube. Sean McWicky. Do you have the cube? And go back to index buffers again, because I think index buffers might solve the issue, along with, because this is, where's my object? My 8 vertices of a cube like this. That's from Blender. This is the object file. Somehow I have to transfer it. I have to convert it from Blender system to the Vulkan system, the NDC. So what I can do, so I don't want to write I guess it wouldn't be that hard to write a parser for this, but I really don't feel like doing it. I know how to, but can you write a parser in C for a cube for a .obj file that gets and what should it do? It should be I can write this parser. It's not that hard. What am I doing? All right. Cube.obj. Let's have a new. Let's do it like this. Should I? Make another function called get to obj info. That'll work. Then file pointer fp fopen bleeds. File, we want to read from it, we don't need to write from it. So, get ch, isn't that a f get ch? I think that's the function. I'll just. I don't remember the name. I think there's F. It's F. It's a bunch of it. Man F. So many Fs. F gets. F gets. That should return they're looking at null, but I feel like you should. Is null the end of the file? Or when end of file occurs. Okay. That's what I thought. F gets get S. So we got the file pointer. feel like there might be a better way to get one line at a time. I could have swore there was. Isn't there like F read? There's F read too, yeah. But I do want one line at a time, so maybe I'll just stick with that. There's get line as well. Does that use file pointer? Yeah, file stream. Does it fill, what is n the size? I forget what n was. Turn the, I'm going to show, yeah, it gives you the length. Okay, let's use get line so we don't have to like arbitrarily put like an arbitrary size of an array. And I'm gonna actually make this into a different file. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Object obj parser .c. So it'll be like way easier. Whatever, I guess I'll rewrite it. Thank you. I don't know if I'll need ST. Right. Is this part of the standard lib or is this part of? I don't remember. Get line. Standard library. What about fopen? Isn't that standard library too? Needs stdio as well. All right. Get line. I'll look at the. Does it have to be size T? Yeah, I guess so. Is it? Yeah, all right, I guess it is. Okay. Do I have to specify? How do they print? I've never seen %Z before. That's interesting. Oh, really? Okay, all right. They are using F. They're doing a similar thing. Got to make sure to do my F close. P. Okay. ZB. Okay. For a makefile, we'll include parser. I do something wrong? Oh, I have no main. I'm BJ parser. Oh, it's called, yeah, cube.obj. I didn't spell it right. All right, it looks like it got the line. ZB. It includes the new line symbol. Okay. That's, I mean, it doesn't really matter. But so for this parser, it says 120 is the length. That is not 100. Is it 2 or 3? I have to free line pointer. Okay. In the example, does he free? Yeah, he frees the line, so let's free the line. Remember to be safe, I suppose. Allocated size. That can't be right of 100. This is not 120. Okay, that. Oh, it returns the link. Okay, what is... There we go. Okay, that makes sense. It's been a while since I used... That's just the size that it's allocating is n. Okay. So now we're going to need something like string maybe. No, maybe we should use dang, I'm going to have to use regular expressions. Dang, I forget how to do that in C. Ready. No. No. T re regex. We need to find the beginning, match the beginning, so we need the little caret symbol. Recomp regex. I don't have to name it like that, but whatever. Something that starts with V and a space. And Really? It's regex. I'll just keep in here. I don't need to see the make file. Reg execute. I just reg. I think let's call this, I'm going to call this reg. The number of sub-expressions. I'm gonna have to look up something about. So, well, getting there. Slowly but surely. See how they're doing it. What is RE is the regular expression. Okay. Star. It's with V space. P match. Oh. What is reg new line? Is that just okay? That. Match any character operators that don't match a new line. Oh, okay. And regex. Oh. String, which is just going to be the line. I'll copy this, I guess. I don't need a break. P match. What is this return? if what did I do wrong? There we go. P match 0 dot so what? Oh. I don't want to print everything off this time. And it should have printed that off, what, 8 times? Yep. So now we've successfully parsed anything that's a vertice. Took a lot of work, I guess. All right, so let's store. We should really update this regular expression though. So it starts at line 2, so that means that what we can do is, since we know it starts at line 2, we can go through for and get the line length first. So for I from P match 0 RMEO to line length. We're going to iterate through the string, and we're going to isn't there a way in C to split by C split string by delimiter? Could have swore stroke, not stroke, steer. So we want to actually just do this. This might be an easier way. Oh, okay, so now what we're going to do is char pointer equals line plus p match 0 dot rmeo. There we go. So that's our new string, and we're going to tokenize the string, get different parts of it. And in our string, we're looking for a space as a token, not as a token, as a delimiter. What am I doing wrong? Token equals, that's stir toke. What is wrong? Maybe I don't have that. Oh, duh, I need string.h. That makes sense. There we go. While token not equal to null f token. Oh, yep, we need to do it again. We don't need to define it again, though. Alright, so let's see what happens here. Nope. I think I did something wrong. Probably, maybe it has to do with me adding. Yeah, that's definitely not right. I think it's because I was getting the line. Oh yeah, duh, that is the line. Huh, I was doing it right. I'm like, I see numbers. That can't be the line. It's not characters. I'm like, oh, the file contains numbers. That gets the new line character. Let's just see what it gets here. Okay, it's getting the first number, so that's good. And we could say, instead of not equal to null, we could say not equal to new line. That might make more sense, actually. So not equal to new line. No, wait. Then no. Let's see. And there we go. What does this thing return, actually? if there are no tokens. So this should work, but something is off about it because it's going to throw me in an infinite loop. Yep, exactly what it does. We don't need a while loop here. If it's equal to null, we just pass. Because, yeah, if... No, wait. Well, we already know, it doesn't really matter because we already know we're getting 3 tokens, so we can just make it easy on ourselves and do it like this. For I 0 to 2. Make it easy. Less brain thought. Except it still won't work correctly because I need to do it like let's do it like this, then printf a new line just to see visually see if it's working. It's only getting 2. Oh, did it? There we go. Yeah! We're getting all the vertex data. We're parsing it all. It didn't take like a million years, but it's okay. So now we have all of our vertexes. Let's take this vertex data. Isn't there like C string to float? Strophe. I love the names of the C functions. str. Let's see. So now we can get the tokens. That's great. str to of. Now, I don't know. Let's just see what it does. Why not? Why the frick not? We need... Let me look up the man page for it. Man str2f. End pointer. Okay. When I was looking for what the heck this shows. That's what I'm looking for. This is F. float plot. Yeah. Yeah, get out of that. Make parser. Now, I think that is correct, but there's no spaces in between each time I print off, so let's just to verify. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. So now we need some way. I really want this to be a header file that I can use, but I'll leave it as is for now. So let's make let's first go through the string to see how many. So let's do this. I gotta remember to beginning of file fopen file whatever. I don't remember exactly how to do that. There's rewind. There we go. So I'm gonna go through the file once, get how many vertices there are, and then I'll set an array of that size. Yeah. And so I don't have to have, that way I don't think I'll have to have dynamic memory or whatever. I don't think. It just, I think either way I would still have to really. I still have to go through through it once. And after this, do a rewind. File pointer. And then I'm just going to get the length. I'll just, I have to do all this again though. Maybe not. Well, you know, it's all right. We'll do this. I don't think we're going to get around going through it. We could just do the reality. I think we have to use dynamic memory. Okay. So we'll just do malloc and realloc. Malloc, realloc, and calloc. I think calloc's better because it initializes it to 0. Initializes all the memory to 0 or whatever. 0. Yeah, so let's use float pointer, call it verts, why not? Goals, calc. Actually, it's gonna have to be set to null initially. Then if vert count is 0, if float whatever, for lack of a better name, if vert count is 0, then we use verts equals calc. And what is the size? Size of float times, I don't need to do it this way, but I'll just do it this way anyways. Vert count plus 1. Numbers, yeah. Let's do it like this then. I could just say 1 here. Yeah, I'll just do that. Else realloc array for vert count plus 1, size of float. And we need, if I remember correctly, we need verts in here. Something like that. Let me look at realloc again. That's not right. Let me look at realloc array. I never use that. I guess I can do that. And then verts. Okay, then let's see if we actually verts should be declared. And then we need the size. We'll call this vert count. It should be a pointer. And just for safety and whatever, I'm going to surround it with parentheses. What does this return? Doesn't it return? I think I have to. I think I have to do this. Okay, well, that's cool. All right, now and 16 type size 0 and size for I 0 size f verts I. Just see if this works. Expected. There we go. Oh no, I did something wrong. See what I did. Verts. You know what? I think. Let's see. I do have to do. Verts. Close. Mm-hmm. it's a copy. Yeah, it's because all these variables are copies and they're not the actual variables. So if I just passed, it's like a copy to a pointer or something like that. So that kind of makes sense. But now this gets a little more confusing, doesn't it? Verts. Not quite. I'm being dumb right now. Let's do this. I could copy. You know what? Let's just do this. Let's do a mem copy at the end and to make it way easier. So then I don't even think I need a double pointer at that point. Float verts whatever. Now the issue is, well, I guess the issue with this is like I have to allocate it and then free it and then allocate it again or whatever. So not probably the best idea. I'm just trying to make it more readable. I might just leave it like this for now though. And I might actually want to do this. Make it and then do it like okay, I saved that then. But I want to make it a float with yeah, this isn't gonna work like that. Because it's really it needs to be 3 pointers at that point. At that point, it needs to be 3 pointers. Possibly what I want. Now this is the dumb thing, is that I didn't allocate. What I need to do and this is all wrong now. I know this isn't. No, I don't need to do that. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I see. I need. This is kind of right, but then I need to allocate. So what I really need to do is do that. Then I need to allocate like that. Size of float. There we go. And then else it's not. Wait. No, wait. Yeah. So we just do a reallocate. This I think should stay the same. This will be like this. Possibly. No. Oh, I see, I see. If I have to do this if it equals 0. Wait. And every if I modulo 3 is equal to 0, then we do yeah, I think I see what I'm gonna get all this out of the way so my head can think about this for a second. I don't see why I couldn't. I'm just going to leave it the way it was. It's good enough. I don't need to overcomplicate things. It gives me the vertices, and I know every third one is a triangle anyways. So there we go. What do I call this? I just want to include this to my main file, the object parser, and I'm going to change this to a header file. And what I'm going to do is obj parser. The main here. Whoa. Oh, it's complaining because, whatever, idiot. Pointer. Is that why it's complaining? Alright, now it's not complaining. Alright, cool. Yeah, I know, it's defined in the header. I don't really care. Include I gotta do this. Ta-da! And just to see if it works, I'm going to ignore everything else that's happening in the main function. I could just and return 0 here just to skip all this stuff and just do everything we did here and see if it worked. It includes the file. Okay, that did not work. Is it part of jcube.obj? I need to free every, so I am freeing the memory wrong because it's, oh wait, no I'm not. No, it's, should, let's just see. I think it might. Parser still works fine. This is an unused. Yeah. Cool. What is the difference? There we go. Let's see. Oh, really? You have to do that? Let's see what it says. Oh, yeah, I'm putting that in the wild. I think I should have to free it. I don't think I'm freeing it either. I do think, yeah, yep, reg free. There we go. Reg free. Okay. I don't think I need to do... Yeah, I have to do reg. And the p match, I guess that would make more sense if that was here. Well, let's see what that does. Get in there. I should check. I guess I'll do that. Wouldn't hurt. See, it never, I guess maybe for realloc array, you never have to initially allocate any memory. I'm going to see what this does. Maybe that, because that doesn't seem right, but I'm curious because it's saying, I mean, it could be wrong. You never know. Yeah, something's still not right. And no, it's wrong. Okay. Make it's all right. We already know what it means. I'm guessing I have an idea. I'm not checking if some air more I want to see if it even calls the function in the first place. Okay, so it's not something else is happening here, clearly. Because it's not even calling the function. That doesn't make any sense. Why is it not? Am I creating a header file wrong? Did I forget how to do that? Like what? Maybe, you know what I bet it is? I just have to probably just do this. Wow. That's frustrating. That's all it was. Make. Still wrong though. I feel like ChatGPT might have gaslit me. Or not ChatGPT, but whatever. Look at this. Just see. It is kind of interesting. I want to see. It works fine by itself. That's an interesting thing that's happening. It works fine by itself, but if I include it in here, it causes a seg fault. Well, it included this twice. That's not what I wanted. No, I'm not missing get line support. Oh, just for the string check? Yeah, I guess I don't need... I don't know, I guess maybe I'm overcomplicating it. But... Oh, is that like the start of the string? Oh, duh, I already know that. Yeah, I guess I could just do a string compare. That's it, like, that's so weird that it does that, but... Well, I guess we could do that because I don't... I don't think there's any... Yeah, everything starts with a letter, so that would be way simpler if I did it that way. And then everything after that, it just some amount of letters with a space and then numbers. So yeah, I guess string and compare would be a lot easier. I am just going to... this is my header. Yeah, that probably would be easier. And then I can remove, I'm just going to remove the regex stuff. And then get rid of this. You don't need the regex slop. Void Oh, it's the void pointer complaining. Fine. Float pointer. There you go. And hopefully, I mean, I'll have to, I didn't even read it, but let's just see what it does. Oh, that's the object parser. Yeah, we know the object parser. The C file worked fine. The separate little thing or whatever. I think I'm literally just going to have to just rewrite it and think about it. That sucks. Sucks to suck. But I can keep that while loop in there. So I'll keep it like this. When you overcomplicate things, you make things harder to solve. Let's look up N means you need a specific number of bytes to compare. I think that's the only difference. The first at most N bytes. Okay, so that's literally, that's perfect. That's actually perfect. Let's just do a get. Let's just see if I can even do this without having an issue. I think I'll be fine, but yeah, that's fine. So what we're going to do then is we're going to do if string and compare, and we're only going to compare the first like 2. Yeah, it's 2 bytes. So inside. So let's do compare line, and then what we want to find in that line is, and it says here too, V space, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, and then we want 2 bytes. If it's equal to, doesn't it return 0? Yeah, if they're equal, correct. So now we can compare that, and actually, let's do if they're not equal, because I don't like looping unintentionally. Continue if they are not to 0. And so now we know if they are, we'll stay in that loop. And then what we're going to do is go through our for loop again, 0, 3. I'm kind of copying this a little bit. Line plus 2, because we already compared the first 2. What's wrong? Oh. There we go. So now we got the string. And then we're going to use our token thing. If not token, yeah, break, we can do that, that's fine. But we didn't define a token. Char pointer tokens equals toke cr. It's never gonna compare anything that isn't a space, so I don't really need to include. Yeah, I don't need to do all that. Perfect. So now we're going to do float. Well, we never allocated, so we can't realloc. problematic. If I'll be right back. All right. So yeah, we can't reallocate if there was never any memory allocated in the first place. Can't do that. I don't think. Wait, maybe we can if it's null. Yeah, if it's null, the call equivalent to malloc size. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can. So we can do that. It's always gonna. Fine, I'll cast it. There you go. That's gonna happen. What is it doing here? Making a temp? Why am I making a temp? Yeah, no. Nope. Don't need to make a temp. Wait. I think I can just. Okay. I think that'll work. I think. Doing anything dumb? I think I need to free the line every single time though, because I think it. So free that. So I don't have. Yeah, it's much simpler now. Still don't know if it's going to work, but dang it. Did I do this wrong? I need to recreate the line. Okay, I see. Yeah, if I'm freeing it there, I can't. Oh, yeah, what am I doing? Oh. What does it return? Oh. It's better getting there. I could do. Let's just do it like this. Do it like this. Well, it ran, but I didn't see a dang thing. Oh, is not equal. I really should. Yeah, buddy. Let's see. Something is wrong. Oh, I figured. Okay. I guess I could do that as well. Whoa, didn't mean to do that. That might be a good idea. I, I, I thought it. I guess I can do that, but I could have swore that. How does it? Yeah, buddy. I fixed it. This is not what you want to do. Not a good idea because you need to free it every time it goes through the loop because it keeps allocating more and more memory. So don't do that. So I got it. Yay. I removed all the regex stuff because that's way too complicated. And I didn't need to do it. We already set to 0 here anyways. I need to do that twice. Yeah, should be fine to parse just the vertexes. Vertex. I should make a struct for different elements of it, but now for this is fine. If not, fine. Did I remove the end of the file thing? Oh, I did. Yep, all right. Sweet. Probably finish the rest of this some other time. But I did want to get the parsing of the OBJ file done. That was like a main concern of mine to do that. So I'm glad I did that. I'm going to actually uncomment this out again and just see. Yeah, it runs fine. Okay. All right, I guess I'll be done streaming. That was a lot. I was here for like several hours, I think. Several hours stream. Crazy. All right.